Yeah, so in the preamble, we were just chatting how this has been a really frustrating bull market. So, and I'm feeling very similar vibes with this bull market as the 2017 bull market in some ways. So early on in the 2017 market, I remember going all in. It'll be somewhere in Telegram. It was the 8th of January 2017. I distinctly remember that. And I put a shit ton of money in. It was, where is it? 8th of December. There we go. Sunday night. There we go. And then we all, as a community, made a lot of profit in Q1 of 2017. As you can see here, market went nuts. This is Bitcoin, obviously. So Bitcoin was around, I think, $800 off the top of my head. Where was it? Yeah, $900. And then by sort of June, it was at 3,000. So obviously Bitcoin 3x or 2x and two and a bit x, whereas alts went absolutely nuts. So if you look at alts, let's quickly look at ETH at the same time frame. Going back here, this chart doesn't show it all. I'm not going to hunt this chart if it doesn't show me now. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. In fact, ETH is a better example because I didn't actually buy Bitcoin during then. A lot of it back then was Ant shares, which they later rebranded to Neo, and a shit ton of Ethereum. So Ethereum was $9 when I got in. I got some in at $9, but then there was a bank to Kraken issue, and they held my money for like 4 to 6 weeks. So a big chunk of that money got in around $40-ish. But anyway, by June it went from $8 to $40 to like 400, and so we were sat there happy as Larry. Like pretty much everyone in the community was just like, it was super profitable, all those that acted. And then from June onwards, it was like the biggest like anticlimax ever. So we went from early June, obviously a massive crash from 440 down to like 160. Everyone, and again, the whole of RT was like, oh my God, ETH is going to zero. What have we done? Yada yada yada. Again, and a lot of people were in underwater because what happened? A lot of people, didn't get in early and they started buying up heavy, towards the top, 200, 300, 400. Very much like a lot of us, myself included, have done with Tau. I tend to just consistently buy whenever I have a strong conviction in something. So, and then we were underwater for ages. It then went back up and we're like, yay, back to break even, and then back down again. And and we're like, will this ever end? So we went from like June, and by sort of November time, everyone is still questioning, oh, is this the end? Is this the end of the market? And I just distinctly remember spending the best part of 3 to 4 months just constantly putting out videos going, it's not the end of the bull market. We're still there. Don't lose your shit. Get a bit of patience, yada, yada, yada. Because, yeah, a lot of people were just bored waiting for ETH to do something. We're in this horrible range of around sort of 280 to 350. And then towards the back end of November, we went from sort of mid-November around 320 to the end of sort of December up to $1,500. So crypto always embodies Pareto's principle on steroids. It is literally like 95% of the move happens in the last 5% of the time. And unfortunately, identifying when that last 5% of the time is quite hard because it's not always, a December, January blow off. A lot of alts, peak in the summer. So this is why I think it's very, yeah. So this period, from here to here, that was 164 days, and I think we're experiencing something very similar to that at the moment, albeit slightly longer. From this peak to, geez, where we are now is 389 days. It's best part of a year. It's probably going to be best part of 18 months before we back up here, but it will happen. So the Ethereum range of like 280 to 350. With Tau, it's the range of 200 to 700. But just you're gonna have to trust me on this one. That range is gonna look in like tiny. It'll be negligible. I genuinely see, ridiculous moves coming with Tau. So yeah, just gotta temper our views there. It's just very frustrating, I know. And I think a lot of the delays are happening due to big old Donald. You know, he can't mention the word tariffs without everyone shitting their pants. Or so when I say everyone, the markets wobbling. So we've had that recent tariff wobble. Um, and it is annoying. I think eventually, once this tariff season is over, the markets can finally get going.